Welcome back to Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. And we're just gonna go straight to the update on the oil spill offshore from Summit Island.
Exactly.
Reportedly to be visibly clean.
Visibly
Clean. And initial tests show that the water is actually safe and the seafood is actually safe.
Safe for swimming?
They said that, and all the scientists said that if they will have any residue in the seafood, it won't happen now. It will take time to accumulate from this.
So if we eat them now, it should be okay?
I guess this is what Mr. Jaraniti Thamyong, the professor from the scientist or marine scientific from the Faculty of Science of Chulalongkorn University, said that today the university will send the result of the residue to the fishery department, but he said what should be aware of is next 3-4 years that it will be the after effect after all this chemical and residue accumulated. And he said he doesn't understand why people are afraid of eating seafood now. There's no residue.
So do we have a window period where we should be afraid of?
He's not really saying how long, but he said that in next 3-4 years have to be continuously inspected. Anyway, Marine Department, in the other hand, said that right now he believes that all this oil spill has been cleaned off and it's so close to its normalcy, the beach, he say. And the Energy Ministry has set up the committee to find the cause. He said if the cause is accident, the department will not file a complaint against the PTTGC.
What?
Because PTTGC is already announced that they will responsible for everything. He said, but if the cause find to be from human error, then
would malfunction of equipment be human error if you actually don't use a good enough or
this is where it confused me all and all, because it said if it's accident. So is it accident? Is it should be also human? I don't know. Anyway, if it's from a human error from the PTTGC staff itself, Marine Department might press criminal charges.
Yeah.
So that's a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but DSI is still not saying how is their investigation going, but they're still seeing whether it's meet the requirement to be a special case under DSI. But anyway, Energy Ministry still said that all in all, because PTGC came out and said that they were responsible for everything, and they will see whether PTTGC just paid off all this compensation right away, even before the insurance company pay. So that's why the Energy Ministry will not file a complaint. They said the first group of people that will immediately receive the compensation is the hotel and tourism business on the island that receive an effect directly because they get all this cancellation and everything that they had planned in advance that got cancelled.
Right.
And then the secondary group will be the fishermen and all the small businesses that got affected. All these people have to somehow submit the paper. They just set up a committee to actually go through the paperwork and assess the fact and the effect in value money. So the second group will have to go through some kind of assessment first before they receive any compensation.
Okay.
But all in all, they said that even at a research in the Thai Gulf, that under the fishery department also say they have took sample from the seawater of the Summit Island, and the level of heavy metal in the seawater is still so low in the safe level, which is normal. even without the oil spill. And of course, it's still in question how much oil exactly it spilled in the sea. So we get a bit clearer answer today that they said that when it was start leaking, the pipe is the valve automatically shut.
Okay.
So there was about 3.5 in the middle of inside the pipe. So that all of course leak out from the pipe, and there's another 35,000 inside the pipe that of course all not only that, all leak into the water, and they said another 10,000 has leaked out due to the pressure, even though the valve is shut automatically.
Okay.
So all in all, it's about 50,000 liter that they said to be specific, and shouldn't be anything more than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's reportedly big cleaning day 12 to 15 of August on Summit Island, and if you volunteer, just
Not 10 to 12? Somehow I got 10 to 12.
Oh, 10 to 12, sorry. 10 to 12.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
10 to
a little bit earlier if you want to join.
Yes, and if you want to join PTT groups, cooperate with the Rayong province. They has provide the car and the equipment, so you can just go.
And at this point, I think you know how we try to say that try to study it before you go because there are also impact. At this point, I think it probably is safe to go because it doesn't seem like crude oil with that in the excessive amount anymore. So you probably could go in. But,
and on the 13th, we will know whether Proud Bay will be open to the public.
Right. And, it would be good to visit, I think.
It looks really, really bad.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
week.
And, people say it visibly looks the same.
Yes.
So we'll see.
So
we'll
go check it out.
Exactly.
It's probably really cheap right now to just...
Yeah, and help the economy in the area because business people probably hurt the most.
Yes.
Now, another sad news to report, and when I say sad, I mean really, really sad. We're talking about Southern violence that I hope that I don't have to report anymore, but obviously it was a hope. It's a good hope, but sadly it didn't happen. Now there has been several and of the incident that took place. We're talking about the Southern violence, especially in Yala province. There has been another bomb explosion where the rangers in the area got hurt. Now they say that in the first case, at about 8:45 yesterday morning, the explosion in Yala province has caused several of the rangers some injuries. And the most person, I guess the most that got injured was Amnat Kongmon, who were actually the closest to the bomb itself that actually was hidden underneath the ground. Now, when the military or the army went in to help this set of people, they said that Kun Amnat, due to explosion, his right legs were instantly detached. Detached due to the bomb effect. Now they say that this is 5 kilograms of bomb, and it was inside the pipe that was hidden underneath, and it was remotely activate. Now they say that the sad part is these are the rangers, the patrol rangers that were supposed to guard the school teachers. And when it happened, this is in the intersection of getting into Kana Rad Bamrung to school. So meaning that if they, activate the bomb a little bit sooner, there might be more losses, especially for the children as well as the teachers in the area. So at this point, they actually believe that this is done by Kariya Saleh, one of the core leaders of the insurgent group. Now they say that they were able to capture his picture in a CCTV camera. So that means that we probably hopefully would be able to arrest this man soon. Now talking another case is in Pattani province. We're talking about 2 of the culprits that dress in the Islam rope and threw the bomb into a restaurant, a Thai Buddhist, they call it Thai Buddhist restaurant, obviously. And this is not far from Mayor district office, about only 6 meters away. Now, the bomb causes 5 people to get wounded and injured from this particular case. Now, the 5 of them, including the director of Budon School, as well as Bantanon School director and 2 other people, along with another teacher, Jareun Tamprasert, just to give you a name there, one name. Now, I think one of the most shocking news as of yesterday in terms of Southern violence is the fact that the one of most revered Islamic spiritual leader was actually killed, and we're talking about shot with several about two gunshots to the left hands and also one through the head at this point. So they say that there has been a report that 4 of the culprits using 2 motorcycles to drive by close to Yaqob Rai Mani, who is a revered To Imam, we call it, or the Islamic spiritual leader of Pattani Muslim Mosque. And of course, this create a lot of furious to a lot of people, especially Muslims, because we're approaching the end of Ramadan, and he is the most revered Islamic spiritual leader. He died instantly. And of course, this is one of those drive-by shooting that it was quite scary to a lot of people because it's in the market area.
Yeah, and his mosque, the central mosque Pattani, is actually one of the center that people from 3 southernmost provinces actually drive to that mosque to pray together in the end of the day.
And I think he was like one of the people trying to drive for peace in the southern province. And this is not the first time that the assassination has been attempted on him, but it's very sad that at this time they were able to do it, finish the job. But at this point, I believe that even Muslims are very furious about this particular case.
Yeah, they said that 3 southernmost provinces have lost one of the most important person.
And especially during the fasting period. I mean, it's very sad. Right, let's move on to another news before we just going downhill from here.
This is what is called cybercrime. Of course, we heard already about the Computer Act before.
Right. I mentioned a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday that 4 people has been pressing charges, and they called the police has called these people in to just turn themselves in, to surrender themselves. So we finally got the name. Those 4 people are Mr. Serm Suk Kasiti Pradit. He is the editor at the Thai PBS.
A big channel.
Political and security editor of Thai PBS. Mr. Deshathon Thirapiriya, he is a registered leader in Chonburi province. Ms. Waruni Kamdwangsi, and also another one that we don't have the full name, but we have the username on the internet called Yo On Shine. And the police actually, there is another 2 person that they are still searching for the real identity that call themselves the lady. Another one is Joint Chief of Staff Team, which they're not really reviewed the name yet, so I guess they're not sure for the real name yet. So they said these 4 people violate the Computer Act, the Article 14 of the National Computer Act, and Articles 116 for the criminal law, that they has posted some statement in social media that create anxiety and instigate the chaos in the public. What is the messages say? They say there will be a coup happen, and asking people to stock up their food and water. Actually, there's a little bit more detail on the information that said who's gonna do it and such. So,
but we're not gonna say anything because obviously we don't want to.
This is not gonna violate Computer Act, but it probably will violate some kind of law if you want to press charges.
Unless we read it off the newspaper.
We will like beep, beep,
so
beep,
be very careful. The thing is, sometimes I think ever since the whole rice incident,
Right.
the rotten rice packages incident, that there has been one of the big media representative or a TV host came out and he got in a big trouble. We all have to be a bit more careful, and I think it's probably good because they say to stock up on food.
Think before you share something that actually will make people get crazy.
Exactly. And plus, obviously we do have this computer law now. So be
Right.
very, very careful. Don't think that you can get away with whatever you posted. Obviously, your
this
IP address will be shown.
Yeah, and I got these messages on Line application too, actually, that tell me to just stock up food and water and there will be coup happen. It's like, okay.
All right. I want to eat out. That's what I want to do.
Anyway, we're going to take a short break
Yes,
and we'll
let's
come
take a short
back
break.
with the...
And I'll give you updates on the whole coup, whether or not there will be a coup.
statement from the army itself and also the amnesty bill.
So
Stay tuned.
please stay tuned.